On day 25, we will leave the Castle Inn and drive over to the Bay Bridge. We'll cross it into Oakland and then drive through Oakland over to the Oakland Zoo. Then we'll come back the way we came, crossing the Bay Bridge and paying its toll. We'll drive into downtown and go to Nob Hill, then go over to Chinatown, drive down Lombard Street, and then go to our hotel for the night. The Bay Bridge is a double-decker bridge. We'll be on the bottom deck as we go over to Oakland, and coming back we'll be on the top deck.
Turn right onto 5th Street.
As is fairly common in California, a homeless encampment is under the bridge. They use these motor homes as places to live in also. And now we've arrived at the Oakland Zoo. The Oakland Zoo is on two major levels. We'll start out on the lower level and go clockwise around to see everything. And then we will get on the gondolas and we will ride them up to the California exhibit area and look at it before riding them back down again and then leaving the park. Let's get started. In this picture are not two different species, but the same species. The cream-colored one on the right is the female and the darker one is the male. All of the babies are cream-colored to begin with, and then as the males mature, they turn a darker color. The lower lizard looks like it's doing push-ups. That's a threat display telling all the others to stay away. They had sculptures of insects, giant size, around the insect house for the kids to look at and also to play with. If you look closely at this giant stick insect, you'll notice on its tail is a young one that has just been born. The large gray one is the male, and the browner ones are the females. And now it's time to get on the gondolas and head up to California exhibit. They're able to put my scooter on, but it has to ride in a separate gondola. And away we go. We get a pretty good look over the San Francisco Bay as we go up. We'll be eating lunch at the Landing Cafe, which is above where the gondolas come in. And then we can walk out on the back and look at San Francisco Bay in a panoramic view. There's a grizzly bear on the flag of California, but they're all extinct in California itself, except for in the zoos. are several characteristics that separate the black bear from the grizzly bear. The grizzly has a large hump and is also larger. It has more of a dish-shaped face, whereas a black bear has more of an elongated face. And the black bear comes in several different colors, but they're all really black bears. In fact, they can have two colors in the same litter. Now it's time to ride the gondola back down to the rest of the zoo. And there we'll look at the tiger. It has a very unusual stripe pattern. In fact, I've never seen one with this kind of pattern before. Now we head back towards San Francisco. There are 3 bridges across the San Francisco Bay. All 3 of them are free going out of San Francisco and a toll going in. This one's $7 to get back into the city.
There's an 11 minutes.
Now that we're back in San Francisco, the first thing we'll look at is Nob Hill. This is supposed to be where fairly rich people live. And you can see why it's called Nob Hill, because everything's downhill from there, way downhill. Next, we'll drive around in downtown a little bit and look at the large office buildings. Our next destination is Chinatown, and we're going to drive around the streets here a while and look at some of the shops and stores and different things that are happening here. Now it's time for us to talk about the difference between streetcars and cable cars. As you can see from this streetcar, it's attached to cables above the road. It can drive back and forth on each side, but it is still attached to that electric source. The cable cars don't have electric wires attached to them. Their cable runs underground. They used to use horses to pull the wagons up and down the hills, but this almost killed them, so they finally had to go to cable cars. Let's watch this video from YouTube about how they work.
Are the massive rotating motors that turn the 4 endless loops of cables that move the various cable cars down the streets. These wheels are called sheaves. They are designed to keep the cable taut and use friction to pull them. In the past, the sheaves would have been powered by steam engines, but were converted to electricity long ago. The cable cars are able to grab the rope using these grip levers, which extend beneath the slot in the tracks and can grip the cable with a variable force, sometimes thousands of pounds per square inch. When the grip operator wants to get the car rolling, they can gradually increase pressure on the grip until they are satisfied with the speed, and then proceed to tighten the grip so that the car cannot slip from the cable. The cable will always pull the car along at a steady speed of 9.5 miles per hour, or a little over 15 kilometers per hour. The cars usually only stop to pick up passengers in the middle of a street intersection because this is where the ground elevation is level. To come to a stop, the gripman must release the grasp on the cable and start applying brakes using a foot pedal on the floor of the car. This presses brake pads made of wood against the rails to apply friction to slow or stop a car. But if the gripman needs extra stopping power, he can easily apply the secondary brakes, which pushes pads against the wheels themselves.
And so now you know how cable cars work, and they have to stop on level places. Now let's drive down Lombard Street, the crookedest road in the world. Here's a picture from Google Maps to show how crooked it is, and this is it under construction. Now let's head down it. We'll speed this up a little bit so it won't take so long. And now it's time to head over to where we're going to eat for supper. We're going to be eating at Harris Restaurant, just around the corner from our hotel. They serve steak and seafood here, and we're going to have some steaks. Deborah's found something interesting that she wants to get as a drink. It's called Fight Like a Girl. And she's going to order. But she's going to order just one. And this brings us to the end of day 25.